Welcome to Happiest Hour. Teets and I are here to finish up Thursday. We've got a little Nomad Lounge vibe going on. I found a great Nomad Lounge playlist on Spotify, so that's kind of what you hear in the background. And I've got a Lamu Libation. What you up to, Teets?
Oh, just, another snow day here. Just never stops. And this weekend, it's going to be in negative temperatures, so that's going to be real fun.
Whoa. Yeah, it got up to almost 70 here today, but it was really, really crazy windy. And we're supposed to, we make it sleet next weekend. So sleet and chilly for down here. Kind of rainy, cold, hopefully no snow or ice. That may be on the other side of the lake. But, it's that time of year. You'll have snow until what, March?
Yeah, usually. Sometimes, we even get it into April, so.
It's a good thing that you're bouncing to Florida then.
Won't be fun to coach football in it, though.
I'm still dubious about that.
Yeah,
we'll see. If anyone's a betting person, and that would be me, we'll see if Teets has fall football in the spring up there in Wisconsin. It's Happiest Hour, a weekly kind of just fun breakdown stream here with the Crescent Lake Club. Like I said, I'm having a Lamu Libation. We're kind of celebrating Nomad Lounge. Wish we were there right now. I'm sure Teets wishes for sure he was there right now.
Definitely.
Teets, what you drinking?
Oh, just a black cherry Bud Light seltzer. It was either that or a Corona, so.
Well, the Corona definitely would have been on brand. So, but yes, New Year, new Teets, working out a lot. Got to watch those calories, get ready for hot boy summer. So Bud Light seltzer it is. So yeah, we were talking last week or 2 weeks ago. I feel like the Lamu Libation is pretty much the official drink of the Crescent Lake Club. I can't think if there's a drink or cocktail at Disney that the club as a whole pretty much enjoys as much as the Lamu Libation at Nomad Lounge. What do you think?
Yeah, well, obviously mine and Leslie's favorite. I don't think anybody really doesn't enjoy it, but I'd say the only other one I would maybe mention is your black cherry Tito's beverage that everybody does seem to like too. So
we did talk extensively about Baseline Tap House last night on Wind Down Wednesday, and that's the cool thing. If you're searching for a drink at Hollywood Studios, there is an open bar or a full bar at Baseline, and the hack is to get the Blue Sky black cherry soda off draft and have them mix that with Tito's, or they have other vodkas. I'm a Tito's girl, so that's what I'm going to go with. That's my easy, quick drink hack. But that wouldn't be any fun to try and teach people how to make a Tito's and black cherry soda. So I decided to branch out and kind of show you guys how you can recreate a little bit of Nomad Lounge at home. So I made a quick little video to show you how to make a Lamu Libation. Give me a second. I'll kind of just walk you guys through it. There it is. Essentially, if you're not familiar, a Lamu Libation is 3 different kinds of rum and a bunch of different fruit juices. So the namesake rum in there is African Star rum, and it's kind of a light cherry rum, which when I went to go look for it, can only be found in 4 stores in the United States and 1 store in Toronto. Conveniently enough, I can get it in Orlando. So when I'm there in April, I'll be sure to go and grab a bottle. So what I kind of did was a little bit of cocktail research on how to recreate the same flavor profile from the African Star rum with easier to find ingredients. So we'll get started. You're going to start off with your shaker with some ice. It's about this size. And a jigger, 1 ounce and 2 ounce jigger. So the 1 ounce is a smaller size Teets. And you're going to start with an ounce of just regular white rum. I had Bacardi on hand, so that's what I'm using. Now, to kind of simulate what the African Star is, I'm going to use a little bit of maraschino syrup. If you have Luxardo, you can also use that too. I would probably just use a couple of pours of it. Depends on how sweet you want it to be. Then you're going to use an ounce of banana rum. Cruzan makes one. I was able to find Bacardi, so that's what I went with here. And sometimes you just want to go a little bit more. Then you're going to go an ounce of orange juice. Pulp-free Simply Orange is top of the food chain orange juice. Nobody likes pulp in their cocktails. Then it calls for an ounce of lime juice. I went ahead and just squeezed the juice out of a whole lime. I like limey things, and I know this drink is a little bit on the sweet side. I'm not so much for sweet, so this was a great way to put some acid in and kill a little bit of the sweetness from the guava and the pineapple, and obviously that maraschino syrup that I just put in there. My handy dandy little juice squeezer that comes in handy when you're making margaritas, for sure. Then this is guava nectar. I had to go to 4 different stores to find this bad boy, and you only really need a half ounce of it. So I've got plenty of guava nectar to last me for forever. Need about a half ounce of that. Then comes pineapple juice, 2 ounces of the pineapple juice. Toss that bad boy in there. And then we're going to cap it up and shake it. Shake it until the shaker starts feeling cold on the outside. That just kind of means that everything's shaken through. It's tossed with the ice. It's going to be nice and chilled. Got a glass with some ice in it. I'm going to pour this bad boy in there. And because I like to be fancy, I decided to do the overproof, the 151 rum, the dark bad boy, which is plantation, which is exactly what the recipe calls for and what they use at Nomad Lounge. I decided to instead pour that, instead of mixing it in, pour that ounce over the top like a floater. YOLO. And then finish it off with the best cocktail condiment in the world, a Luxardo cherry. And voila. There you go. A Lamu Libation in the comfort of your own home. See, Teets? Even you could make that, right?
I could, yes.
See, so now that's what I'm having right now. The second batch, I did decide to go, because I knew I was going to be working on it for a little bit. I did decide to go ahead and mix the overproof in there. And I also have 2 Luxardo cherries in here because, what's better than 1 Luxardo cherry? It's 2 Luxardo cherries. So what do you think?
It seems pretty simple enough. I'll have to give it a go myself.
You should. What other cocktails do you try making at home, TC?
I don't make a lot myself at home, honestly. I guess I've always.
Someone in your house makes margaritas, though.
Well, that I'll do. That one I'll do. My mom does sometimes too, but otherwise, yeah. That I don't know. We have a ton of different alcohol, but I just never seem to. I always just go for a beer or something instead of making something. So.
See, now you know how to make a Lamu Libation. Next week, yes, a whole jar of Luxardo cherries. I have to ration them out. Otherwise, we'll see. I have 2 here right now, and I like to leave them in until the drink, like, they get nice and cold and almost a little bit crunchy. For my birthday a few years ago, a bartender friend of mine gave me one of those large jars that they can get wholesale. And it took everything I had in me not to just eat the whole thing. If you guys haven't had a Luxardo cherry, it's like a cordial cherry or a maraschino cherry, except it's soaked in this like kind of thick liqueur. And it is just fantastic. Like, it's like a dark cherry. It's that, and the liqueur tastes like the center of a chocolate-covered cherry without the cherries. So I love having those on hand. They go great in old fashions, which is a big drink down here. We like making those here at the house in quarantine times. That's been one of the fun things for me, at least, is upping my cocktail game, because New Orleans is a really great cocktail city, as Teets can kind of attest to from his trip here last year. He tried a whole bunch of different things. Mm-hmm. And so when, the pandemic first started and we all the bars were shut down, but you could still find all these high quality ingredients. You kind of had to learn to make do and fashion your own drinks at home, or bars would sometimes sell mixers, but they couldn't sell the liquor to go with them. So I had a fun time learning how to mix my own cocktails. I got really great. I don't even need a jigger anymore to make a cosmopolitan. The smoked turkey is fantastic. I had one at Polite Pig, makes a really, really great one. They also have an old fashioned and a mule on tap at Polite Pig, which is another great place to talk about our next. It's a good segue because Polite Pig is at Disney Springs, right there when you come down the escalator at the Lime Garage. And what does Disney Springs have that we all love?
Happy hour?
Yes! Happy hour. Happy hour. And one thing that a lot of people don't know is that quite a few of the restaurants and bars at Disney Springs, they're open all day and they offer happy hour all day, including our favorite, which is Paradiso 37, even though Teets is kind of burnt on it right now. But so their all day happy hour special is the $5 margarita and $5 Coors Light and Tecate. Also, they have cheap wine too, but you can get that all day, Sunday through Monday, 7 days a week. Sit outside, walk around. It's usually one of our must-dos when we go to Disney Springs as a group. Another one of our favorite places that doesn't do happy hour, but does provide incentive for a return trip is Teets.
Oh, you cut out. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, okay. One of our other favorite places at Disney Springs to go get drinks that doesn't quite do a happy hour special per se, but does offer an incentive to return many visits would be.
Well, I think that would be my favorite place in Homecoming. So you can always take your squeeze bottle back and get a refill with that.
And sometimes you can take your squeeze bottle back to get the margarita moonshine. I personally love the sweet tea moonshine. Oh, I figured out how to make that too during the pandemic. So I might have to do a video on that one too. And I have a squeeze bottle I can put it in. You're just giving me all sorts of ideas. But the squeeze bottle you're buying initially is kind of expensive. Do you remember how much it is? I can look it up real quick.
Oh, no, I think, was it around 20? I don't know. I don't remember.
Let's see. I just have the one bottle, and I've been really pretty good about bringing it with me, mostly because, well, we take it with us in the Uber to the airport.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it looks like it's $13 for just a regular drink. It's $22 for the squeeze bottle on your first time. And if you bring it back, you can refill the squeeze bottle for the $13. Yeah. So, you get a little bit of free in there. Plus, the squeeze bottle is nice. You can cap it and take it back to the room. You can just walk around and drink it. And it's also a great kind of souvenir. And it's worth bringing back. And every so often, they do new little patterns on the koozies that fit over the squeeze bottle. It's awesome.
I think they had 4 different designs in January. So
I just have the pink one. I've been really tempted to get the rainbow one.
Yeah, they had that one. They had that one and the regular like blue Homecoming one, and then they had 2 Christmas ones.
Oh, the Christmas ones. See, if they do one that looks like the mask they do with like a little orange on it, I think I would have to get that one. But yeah, the sweet tea shine is my favorite. And it's really just sweet tea, fresh squeezed lemon, and moonshine. And how I've done it here at the house is I was able to come across a locally made moonshine equivalent. And you actually steep tea bags in the moonshine. And then you just add the lemonade And I do lemonade and just a little bit of simple syrup and shake it up. And that's how I've been making mine. If you are like me and you're older and you used to just love sweet tea vodka mixed with a little bit of lemonade, that's what this absolutely tastes like. The there is a watermelon one sometimes. That's another
Yeah.
really good one. And then there's one that tastes like a margarita that's made with moonshine instead of with tequila. It's also delicious. But the best is there. I love to go into the new Shine Bar area and sit outside. Um, get a little bit of a snack. Anything that involves biscuits that I could take home when I'm staying with my mom and have the next day is fantastic. I see someone mentioned the thigh high chicken biscuits. Yes. Yes. Ooh, we have some good moonshine at Wicked Dolphin. Their distillery is here in our hometown. Very nice. Yeah, I've got, there's a distillery just 2 blocks down from me right by the river that does moonshine and vodka and rum. And so that's where I was able to get some from there to do my take on sweet tea shine back over the summer. Cocktails are so fun to talk about. So fun. So another one of my favorites, I'm going to make the game go with me in April because the whole bar area out there, they also do some really great cocktails and have a really great appetizer menu. It's Talina. And if you sit outside, it's $5 for beer and wine. It's half price cocktails, and it's half price all of their appetizers, which include these arancini, so these rice balls that are like risotto balls that are just to die for. When the weather is pretty, there's nothing better than sitting outside, right, Teets? At least
Yep.
it's not snowing.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Another great one is Chuck Lindsay's does a happy hour, and that's from noon until 3. So that's an interesting time for happy hour, but they're obviously trying to get you to go earlier. And that's $6 to $7 wine, $6 to $7 draft beers, and all their appetizers have been $8 or under, and that includes the crazy pizza they do, the potato barrels and chicken nugget thing, and the giant pretzel with the cheese sauce and the mustard, which is usually what I get. Oh my gosh. Teets had his very first Bloody Mary. The Runny Drink podcast is just saying we've just been making Bloody Mary cocktails because we've been dreaming of brunch at Disney. Where is Courtney when I need her? So yeah, one of the big fears Bloody Marys on the weekend, Bloody Marys to fix everything, Bloody Marys to start your day. So I love a Bloody Mary, a good spicy one. I love one piled with vegetables. I love one with a chicken nugget in it. I love one with bacon. I love one with shrimp. I love the ones at Finn's, the lobby bar at Swan and Dolphin, that like some of them come with a charcuterie stick or 4 pieces of sushi. I love a Bloody Mary. But the best was introducing Teets to his very first Bloody Mary in February. And he doesn't like vegetables or tomatoes or really vodka or anything super spicy.
Yeah, definitely not super spicy.
He'd never had okra before. I think the idea of a green bean in his drink was really throwing him off. But what did you think of your first Bloody Mary experience, and would you have another one?
I'd have another for sure. It's definitely not my favorite beverage I've ever had, of course, but I'd definitely get another one.
I love them. Love them. I won't drink them after a certain time of day. Like it's a brunch drink. It goes great with eggs, bacon. I have not had a bloody with whiskey instead of vodka, but Mr. Worldwide really enjoys a Bloody Mary, a Bloody Maria. So instead of vodka, it is with tequila, silver tequila. Oh, here's another. Ryan's diet is always preparing for surgery, soft, bland foods. How do you respond to that, Ryan?
Well, if you think I'm bad, then you don't want to meet my father. I'll just say that.
How did cooking go at the Teets household when your mom was out of town?
It was a lot of eating out. It was a lot of eating out.
A lot of Culvers.
I don't think we had Culver's, actually.
That's an upset.
Yeah,
How many fish fries did you have?
just one. Because that's a Friday thing, so you only get them on Fridays.
Okay. Oh, mezcal and Bloody Mary mix would work great too. The same, just like a tequila and Bloody Mary. A little bit of crystals in there. Some pickled jalapenos. Yes. And pickled okra. Have to have the pickled okra or a pickled green bean. You can pickle pretty much any vegetable and put it into a Bloody Mary. That's the great thing about Bloody Marys. Yeah. That's when Ryan also had his first pickled okra. I think you liked it.
It was fine. Yeah, I've had worse things.
If it's pickled, it's you act like it made you have a raw oyster or some sushi.
Ugh, that might be pushing it.
So Teets did bring this up that he wants to try this place for happy hour in April. And their happy hour is Monday through Sunday from the moment they open until 6 p.m. It features $2 off all bottled and canned beer, $5 house wine and liquor, and $6 margaritas and Long Island iced teas. And that's at House of Blues. Someone loves to kickstart his drinking party these days with a Long Island iced tea or an equivalent of it. Every time you get started at Geyser Point, that's the first thing. Did you go for, what is it, the Geyser Point tea? Or
I think it's called the Northwest iced tea or something like that.
we don't even have tea in the Northwest. But yeah, so those are some of our favorite. And then, from time to time, Paddlefish will have specials on rosé and oysters, which are two of my favorite things. And just, if you ever need a break, check out the Disney Springs webpage. They update it every day with different specials. That's how I know that the $5 margaritas are back to being $5 at Parody. So what did you say? They were up to like 7?
They were 7 in January.
And that's when you said you wouldn't go back again.
I just said I wouldn't go back until they're 5 again.
No. All right. Well, guess what? They're 5 again. So where else are some other cool cocktails? You guys, I think Tweedle111 finally went to Oga's Cantina this last time.
Yes, we did. No, I thought was that, I don't remember. It was Angela. Because we went in January last year.
Did we? I can't remember.
Yeah, because we were all.
Time is a flat circle.
I know. We were all in there because you were there, and Whitty, I think, and 1 and 2. I think we were all there. It was a big group, but
Is that when I had the blue wine?
You might have. I don't remember. But either way, yeah, we all went again. I have no idea what Angela or Leslie got, but I got the Fuzzy Tauntaun, which is a fun beverage. So, tingles your mouth.
It's that special crazy foam they make. Oh, let's tease again. Yeah, it's that special crazy foam they make that tastes like lime, but it's more like burning.
Yeah, it doesn't hit you at first.
The first time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Angela says it's her first. She's been 2 times. The first time we all stood at the bar. That's right, because we had Bree with us.
Yep.
So, Oga's is last for me in April because I have other cocktails on my mind in April. I've only been to Enchanted Rose once, and even when I was there, I only had wine or maybe champagne. I feel like that was weird. But I'm excited to do a monorail crawl in April. I think Teets did one of those back in January. Didn't get as wacko wasted as he did for drinking around the world. Thank goodness.
Well, it's because we had a break in between. We went to ate dinner, you know.
Oh, that's right. You went back to Skipper's Canteen.
Yep.
So what drink did you have at Enchanted Rose? Don't tell me you had a beer. That's going to break my little
No,
cocktail heart.
I think it was called the Island Rose, something like the Island something. Um, and I don't remember what was all in that, but it was good. It was fruity, sweet, so stuff, you know, stuff like the Lamu Libation that I enjoy. So
I ate one of my cherries. It was taunting me. Kettle One grapefruit and rose, lime, orgeat, pineapple, bitters, and rose water. Ooh, that's very out of your element for you too. I figured you'd go with the Garden Daisy, but did the pasteurized egg whites throw you off?
I think it did. I think it did because I did spend a long time deciding on what I was going to get there. But
Yeah, that one is tequila, Midori, lime, and cucumber, and it's shaken, probably served up with pasteurized egg whites. There's a bar here called Cure that does something really similar to it. So it's like a margarita meets an egg cream. But then there's also a sunny margarita. Ugh,
I thought about that too. Yeah, I remember that.
I'm just going to have to. Oh, and then you get into the traditional cocktails, a French 75, and the Negroni, and the Manhattan, and the Old Fashioned. I love cocktails. I love traditional cocktails are so great. It's such a great throwback to like Sinatra time, to Vegas, just to fancy things. So to tiki drinks, because that's what I promote is we'd be talking tiki drinks. We don't have Trader Sam's open, which is kind of a shame. I feel like they could still open up that outdoor window and the outdoor patio and just not open indoor. And people would be really happy, especially like food drinks and stuff like that. So we'll have to settle for Tambu Lounge. So what is your normal order at Tambu Lounge, which is upstairs in the Grand Ceremonial House at Polynesian?
I really like the back scratcher. That's probably my go-to. Obviously, the Lapu Lapu is also good, but back scratcher is probably number one.
So when I asked Teets to help pick a cocktail to make for next week, I told him I have all the recipes, but please do not pick the Lapu Lapu because I tried looking for a pineapple here this week and I could not find one. So even if I could find one, I don't know how to pour out one where I could put a drink into it. We'll hold off until summer when it gets to be like pineapple season down here in the bayou. I go Lapu Lapu. I do like the back scratcher. I think my favorite lately has been the Polynesian Mai Tai because my favorite Trader Sam's drink, hippopotami Tai, which oddly enough is really similar to some of the things in this Lamu Libation. So I see why you guys like it. They use the same rums, and instead they use like an orange liqueur and simple syrup instead of all the juices like this one does. So it's more liquor, less sweet juice. I'm looking at the menu. Oh, they've got a dragon iced tea now at Tambu Lounge for you too. I have all these things that I'm just going to make Teets try. Bahama Mama and Pina Colada are like the two best pool drinks. What else? All right. So what did you have? Did you have beer at the Wave?
No. Well, we went to the Wave twice. So the one time I did have beer. The other time I had it was something rum. I forget what the name was. It was a rum drink, and me and Leslie kept deciding because she went with one and I went with the other because there was two drinks we kept going back and forth on. So we decided to each get the opposite one.
And sometimes you need teamwork to make the cocktail dream work. Just check on that. So yeah, so that's kind of the plan. cocktail wise. I can't wait to have half of this menu at Enchanted Rose. We're going to be there on my actual birthday. So at some point, a bottle of champagne may get popped. Probably at California Grill. And because Teets loves me, maybe he will try sushi at California Grill to make me happy.
We'll see about that.
So that's a yes. Oh, they'll be. It's either there or there'll be like some tuna flower or some sushi at Flower and Garden Festival. So pick your poison. At least you'll be micro wasted. Oh, at Tepanito, they do sushi at Tepanito too. I'm so excited. I was able to make all of our ADRs this week, and I'm super thrilled. We've got Haleo, which is my favorite place at Disney Springs. We're doing brunch at Wine Bar George, then drinking around the world, and ending our day at Epcot with hibachi dinner at Tepanito. I love Tepanito. I've got a surprise lunch for my friends for my birthday in Magic Kingdom. And then we're going to hop and drink around the monorail, or at least around the monorail loop, and have big birthday dinner at my favorite restaurant, California Grill. The menu is rounding into exactly what I like to see around this time of year, so I'm super excited. And then for Monday, I've got an early lunch for all of us at a place that I haven't been to in forever, but I thought it'd be fun for us all to experience because it seems like it's the one restaurant on property that's doing like character meal almost the best way you can do it, in COVID times. So we're going to try out Hollywood and Vine. Why not? See everybody, they should be dressed up in cute spring attire, so I'm really excited about that. We'll see how the reviews keep coming out, but I did watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos before I settled on a lot of this stuff. So I'm pretty excited about that. And I think after that, we're going to kick it back to Disney Springs for a little bit. And if Teets hasn't had sushi up until this point, Morimoto is just right there. And we can just make a quick pop in and I'll be like, he just needs 2 pieces of yellowtail. I need 2 pieces of albacore and we're good. And we'll just get that done with, and he can check that off the bucket list, and he can tell me that he likes sushi almost as much as he likes Bloody Marys and olives now. I'm hearing it. No, I'm just seeing a handshake.
No comment.
Unfair. Absolutely unfair. I'll get you a biscuit for the car ride to the airport.
Maybe then that can be arranged.
You can wash your sushi down with a rib from Morimoto. So what are you looking forward to about April? There's going to be, again, a bunch of new things. You haven't done Flower and Garden, correct?
I did in 2018, so I've done it once. But that was pre-turning 21, so I didn't necessarily get to experience everything at Flower and Garden. But so I'm excited to be back and check that out.
So do you think we're going to have Ratatouille by then?
Yes, I think so.
Do you think we're going to have Fantasmic by then?
I don't know. That's going to be close. I'm going to say no. I think probably more summer for that. But if I were to bet on it, I'd say no. But it's possible.
What do you know? We're getting Fantasmic for my birthday. We're getting Rats and Raptor and Fantasmic. I already about Bay. Listen, I can't turn 21 without Fantasmic. Which would stink because I don't know, the hours don't really work for. I'm looking at they close at 7. When is Spring Forward? That's the other thing that usually happens during my birthday weekend.
I don't even know.
Let me look. Time is a flat circle. Ooh, March 14th. That's way early. Yeah, so it's still gonna. It could still be light outside at 7 when these parks close.
Yeah.
I need them to just go ahead and be honest about the park hours. So you were telling me beforehand, little rumor that you were hearing that we're going to see some changes in park ticket pricing. What's that about?
Well, there's been some the Undercover Tourist, the biggest third-party ticket reseller that for Disney, put out a little like teaser that basically said, "Stay tuned," in terms of tickets. So that, of course, has caused a frenzy in the Disney internet world, and people are all expecting a ticket price increase coming up. And I know, I think it was today, either today or yesterday, they announced military ticket pricing. So that usually signals they do that first, and then you're looking at the regular ticket pricing to come out. So,
How much did tickets go up for military tickets?
oh, I don't know what the difference was.
I can't remember if they usually publish that kind of stuff or not. It's a ticket increase seems incredibly possible. That's probably the safe, even bet. But it's like something Courtney and I were talking about last night was they're still offering Florida residents to go to the parks for like $50 per person per day for one of those Florida resident tickets. They're still offering through at least spring break um, those buy 3 get 2 days free tickets.
Yeah.
So it seems like a ticket increase would be kind of weird to me. I'm gonna put my pesos on. We're gonna see something coming up that's gonna be in the realm of buy 4 get 3 days free, or buy 5 get 4 days free, or something like that, with with an on property hotel stay. Because right now if they're doing away with magic hours, if they're doing away with Magical Express eventually, you don't have fast pass, you make ADR 60 days out. There's really not a whole lot of benefit that used to be there to staying on property anymore. But you know what would be a benefit? If you got 3 days at the park, or every park hopper also included the water parks. That's
Yeah.
also a way to spread people out across different places on the property. So I can see it being something like, yeah, you book 7 days and you pay for tickets for 4 days and you get 3 days free, or something like that. That also includes park hopper and water park, just as a way to kind of get people back, spread people out. Because I think when you talk to a lot of Disney people, like out of the Crescent Lake Club, I don't know if anyone has been to a water park except for me.
I've been to Typhoon Lagoon, but that was over 10 years ago. It's been a long time since I've been to a water park.
You were still in swimmy diapers back then. But yeah, I think there was one time Courtney and I were there in town and we thought about going to that after hours thing at Typhoon Lagoon and ended
Yeah.
up not. But I really think out of the club, I'm the only one that has been. I also think I'm the only one that really likes water parks, but that's just a product of growing up in Florida. I think, especially Orlando, you're just conditioned to love those kind of things, especially like going to Wet and Wild every day during the summer, like I did. So I think that would be a cool offering and a way to show everyone that there's something different. And especially if they're going to really try and sell these value rooms that don't exactly have the great pools. If you had one of these deals where you're paying, so think of it like free dining. Everyone thinks free dining is a deal, but it's not a deal because you're paying rack rate for the room, and ultimately you just don't eat as much food as they throw at you for free. So think of it like that. You're paying rack rate for an All Stars for 7 days. You're paying for 4 days of parks, getting 3 free. That includes park hoppers and water parks. That's going to feel it makes sense to me to stay at All Stars because I don't want to use the pool at the All Stars, but I want to use the pool at Typhoon Lagoon.
Yeah.
Which absolutely defeats the purpose because that's way more people in it than an All Stars pool. But of course, they're going to just basically raise ticket prices and not do anything special except maybe like 40% off rack rate.
Wasn't there? What was it? They did I don't know if it was. Was it just because like of a pool refurb or something? I don't remember, but I think they did something once where they gave options at a certain resort or resorts that they got to go to a water park, because I don't know if it was because like it might have been beach and yacht because the pool was closed or something, and then they gave those guests, they did something like
I
that.
think they gave them access. It had to have been Stormalong Bay, and I think they did give them water park access, but it was after a certain period of
Yeah.
time, like after 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Otherwise, because they still have the quiet pool that they can use at villas. But I think it was when they were having the big problems with the slide and they had to basically shut down the whole slide and activity pool and drain everything out. But gosh, that was like 6 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds about right. Sometimes they let Boardwalk come over and use Stormalong Bay in the quiet pool when they have to take that pool down.
Yeah.
At Disneyland, they've let us, when we've stayed at Paradise Pier, go and use the Disneyland hotel pool, which is way better than the Grand California pool. They're like, you can't go use the Grand Californian pool. I'm like, nobody wants to use that pool anyway. We want the monorail slides. I have friends going to eat at the alfresco dining at Carthay Circle this week. I think Thursday is when the first one of them got a reservation. So I'm really excited for them to do that. I think I told Teets this last June. I had a dream that Disneyland opened up California Adventure to just dining, but you had to make ADRs and you could only go like once a month. And in my dream, I didn't pick Carthay Circle or Wine County Trattoria, my two favorite places in the park. I picked Corn Dog Castle, and that was my ADR to go get like fair cheese on a stick. So I'm glad to see they're finally back to being open and taking advantage of the outdoor dining there, because you know they're going to have plenty of people out there ready to go. And that menu at the alfresco dining at Carthay Circle looks really great. And the weather in California should be lovely right around now. I mean, it's never really terrible. But what other rumors you got for me?
No, it's been a quiet week. Not a whole lot new that we haven't really talked about. Let's see. I did look up the military ticket pricing is not out yet. The current pricing goes till the 14th, and then they'll announce the new pricing on the 15th.
So that's got to be when they're announcing everything, because travel agents were told to be available for bookings for clients on the 16th with the new promos. So they're obviously going to announce something on the 15th. That's a Monday, and then have them able to book on Tuesday. Yeah, I think they're going to do something like promos that Europeans and Canadians get. That's me being super optimistic. You know, I also wonder, because I happen to be looking at hotel rooms again in April, like I do all the time, is right now they still just have Florida residents at 30% off, but annual pass holders are getting 40% off of rooms. And then there's just that regular stay and play deal that has 30% off rooms with those extra day tickets. So they gotta have something up their sleeve. You'd think, right?
Yeah.
It can't all just be packages for the 50th.
No. Yeah, I don't think. I think they're going to hold out as long as possible on any 50th related stuff. So this has got to be your summer period before the 50th.
Yeah, because everything right now you can book until March 24th and travel by March 25th. What else could you see opening other than Rat? You said we're not going to get Harmonious by then.
No. And plus the two, everybody's been saying that it's going to be Epcot Forever first. They've still got a bunch of materials and stuff they want to use up for that, and they want to.
All the pyro, because none of the pyro is transferable between the two.
Yeah, so they're still planning on running Epcot Forever for a little bit before they debut Harmonious. So
I ain't mad with seeing the jet ski kites again. Veggie, fruit. Hopefully we'll have that for my birthday and we can go sit down and play Heads Up again.
yeah,
Lower Lockside and just really annoy everybody. So here's the other thing. If you're traveling in a group and you've been drinking around the world all day and you're waiting out fireworks or illuminations, if you have never played Heads Up, download that app on your phone. It is the most fun you can play to sit on the ground and wait out a fireworks show. I think we had some people, like people hated us, but then other people were jealous and like hollering out answers that were sitting next to us. Mostly because Leslie and Angela couldn't get any of the questions. Or Teets. You failed on some of them too.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't so great.
Anyway, so we are going to be streaming again on Sunday. We've got our Spectrum Magic stream. And then again, we've got one more Wine on Wednesday. And we are doing an Ode to Valentine's Day. And we are celebrating Courtney's triumphant return to Walt Disney World. They're going to leave bright and early on the 14th. Skipping out of town for the Mardi Gras season that isn't happening here. So stay tuned for that. That's always at 8 o'clock on Wednesdays. We're going to be doing bubbles this week. And I think I found a bottle that everyone's going to be able to find. Everyone's going to be able to love. It is at a great price point, and it's from where we're having brunch for my birthday weekend, Wine Bar George. So I'm excited to try that one out. She is going to be showing y'all how to make a special sweet treat. So I'm going to hope that Teets tunes in and watches that one. We need to get Teets baking. And then, some other shows we talked about we've got coming up. I don't know how many people are going to be interested in it, but I'm going to do it on the Monday before Fat Tuesday here in New Orleans. We call it Lundi Gras. I think I'm going to get a bunch of my New Orleans friends together, and we are going to stream last year's Orpheus Parade. And that is the crew is led by Harry Connick Jr. It is basically the highlight before Fat Tuesday, and we're just going to kind of give some commentary and show you guys a little bit of New Orleans. That's going to be just exclusive on the Crescent Lake Club Twitch and the Crescent Lake Club YouTube stream. I mean, unless Ryan wants it on his YouTube stream. It's up to him. But we're going to talk drinks and food and have some beignets and Popeye's chicken and some cake and just show you guys what to look forward to in 2022 when we want you to come back here to New Orleans and come visit us. Also, it gives you kind of an idea if you are thinking of going to Universal for Mardi Gras, how the two compare. Yeah, they're not doing parades either this year. They're doing the same as us, like float installations and stuff like that. They're doing a great food festival, and I can't wait to see the food reviews from that one because some things look awesome and some things look very interesting. If you guys watched last night, you heard Courtney's rants about Universal Mardi Gras, and she's not wrong. Mardi Gras ends at midnight on Fat Tuesday, and then it's Ash Wednesday. Then you get your ashes and you sober up for Lent. That's how it works. But so we're gonna do that and kind of just have a little bit of carnival fun. You're gonna see a lot of bands march. If you're into marching bands, if you're missing some of those kind of fun festival elements, I'd love to have you guys tune in on Monday, February 15th. And that's going to be around 7 o'clock Central Time, but I'll post it on social media. There's going to be 6 of us doing that. So I'm excited about that one. And then just stay tuned. Courtney will be at Walt Disney World. So will Whitty. And they're going to be sending us in pictures of Valentine's treats and reviews. So we'll hear all about that. Tell you guys what's going on. The wrap up of Festival of the Arts. We will see if anyone gets to ride Ratatouille or go to the crepe restaurant. We'll see what happens with that. Teets, what do you think the odds are of that?
Like 20%. It's not high.
Wow. My how the needle has shifted. Because I feel like just a week ago we were like 80% rat is happening Valentine's Day. Rat in April. Well, Angela, Teeth has gone from Teeth Kornacki has gone from 80% rat Valentine's weekend to 30% rat Valentine's weekend. The needle has totally gone the wrong direction for this. Oh. Who told you it's not happening? Can't wait to hear this one. I don't know that she can. It's going to be Walt came to her dream and said, no, it's not happening. April for sure. I need you to focus your energy on Raptor. That's really all I need you to focus your energy on is Raptor. Her source is her source. Is your source Walt Disney World News Today? Is that why you can't be on with us? Is because you're watching them?
Oh, it is Thursday.
She's trying to distract. It is Thursday. You're watching 5 years with Walt Disney World News Today instead of being on with us. I'm so disappointed. That's Six Flags coaster. Listen, we just need to work on getting to Dollywood at this point. Oh, that means she's already in her J's and she's about to go to bed. It's not even 7 yet, y'all. So that's what we've got coming up. Again, thank you guys so much for updates on when we're going live and for alerts on what scheduling we've got. Be sure to favorite this channel, subscribe if you feel like it. Just make sure to sign up for alerts, like this video. I'm going to repost the Lamu Libation recipe so you can share that out. I've also got a video that I'm going to repost on how to recreate the iconic charcuterie board from Baseline Tap House. And in case you missed Teets and I on Sunday, I'm going to repost the video of us talking with Keith Smith about the NBA bubble and how the Olympics could work in Orlando, even as soon as 2021 if Tokyo is unwilling to host them. So that's the kind of content we got for you guys this week. Spectrum Magic Show is going to be a blast. I'm super excited for that. That's at 1 o'clock on Sunday. I'll see you for wine. Well, I'll see you then. If I don't see you then, I'll see you for Wine Down Wednesday, next Wednesday. And then just check to see when our next happiest hour next week is going to be. But from Teets and me, thanks you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye.